right, everybody. Here we are, Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the live again. So I'm gonna put here the phone in my hand because I cannot see the chats. So, first of all, what a day. Wow, what an incredible day. If you ask me, a day of wins. We won so much that I think like a meme of Michael Jordan is gonna pop up or something. You know what I mean? That's how much we won. That's absolutely crazy. But there's also a lot to say today. We had so many slam dunk, no pun intended, but truly, absolutely a crazy day. Oh my god, where do we start? Where do we start? First of all, because I don't drink, but this is a little bit of port. But this day was quite an intense day. A moment felt like I was watching a thriller. So this called for a very special moment, occasion. We have to drink to the expert witnesses, to the incredible people that showed up today. That just was mind-bending. What a day. We're gonna go through this together. Esqualo Bikers, thank you so much for the super chat. And cheers. A little bit of port, 90 degrees. Ah, my God. This makes you understand like how much this trial is intense. I don't drink this this thing. It's instead of a mega pint, this is a mini pint. We got the mini pint going. Even people that don't drink end up like having a sip after this trial. Oh my good Lord. Unbelievable. So guys, we have, is Amber going to pledge the 50 million? What do you know? So let's start. Where do we start? Okay, first of all, the first deposition, Kate Moss. Wow. That was short and sweet. I did not expect actually the video to be live. And what we have learned, well, it's very obvious. We have learned that AH was lying when she brought up the story that apparently she had heard of Johnny pushing Kate Moss down some stairs, to the point where Kate Moss felt compelled to come on air live and tell that wasn't true. Bam! That's the first mic drop of the day. That's absolutely crazy. First mic drop of the day, Kate Moss telling Johnny never pushed me nowhere, never kicked me nowhere, and that's the end of the story. Oh man, I wish I had like an applause machine just to run the applause, because that's freaking fantastic. Oh my god. I've already set up some pictures here that we can go through. Some of you guys mentioned, and we get there in a second, that the text that Rottenborn was pointing out in the cross-examination with Johnny Depp actually were of two kinds. So here we have, here I found this tweet, I suppose, whatever, and some of you in the chat already pointed this out. So the test about what I want, I take, and blah 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 blah. It's actually an incoming text, and you see it right there that it's an incoming test. The direction is specified here, and here is incoming. The one that Johnny probably sent to Carino, his ex-manager, which is also quite poetic, and actually we're gonna go through it as well. We're gonna read it on another page, and it's outgoing. So this is an important distinction here, because this incoming, I don't know who sent this, so we don't know who sent that. So but Rottenborn was furious, fast, trying to divert the attention from this type of stuff. But thanks to you, we noticed and we see it. So, Rottenborn, go down your own municipality where you live. Go ask if there is any vacancy available for garbage disposal. it's a way better, more suitable job for you. For sure, how would I say? There is more. It's more in line with you, eh? And it's also a very gratifying job, eh? Like it's much more dignified. That's what I wanted to say. It's a more dignified job, eh, than the one you're doing. So, guys, all right, we are almost 500 in the chat. Hit the like so that other people can join. And the other thing, of course, we noticed was well, we're already 1,000 actually. Wow, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. Let's keep going. Let's go like crazy here. So before we go to the text, I just want to say, because the deposition of Dr. Curry was long, and of course it's very technical, but just to summarize a little bit, first of all, Dr. Curry makes any man simp. Any man becomes a simpleton. You just, it's like seeing Camille. When you listen Camille talk on the like she's cross-examining, whatever, you see Camille, you see Dr. Curry, you become a simp. You have to try really your best not to become a simpleton. All right? You have to summon all the energy within you not to become a simp. Very hard task. But joking aside, kidding aside, Dr. Curry again was incredibly professional, was clear, went through every single step of Dr. Hughes, the doctor that was called by A.H. Camp to sort of sell the narrative that she had post-traumatic stress disorder. And Dr. Curry again debunked every single test that they did, and actually doubled down even further, reassessing that what she did actually was more in line with how you proceed to trying to get information out of a patient, trying to assess what's going on in the mind of people, because they are not mind readers. So was very specific. She went all through the different type of text. Now I don't remember the name, the specific names of those tests. But once again, she just wiped the floor with the lawyers and everybody. And again, the cross-examination was just offensive. The lawyers of AH, they have nothing at hands. The only thing they can do is the usual trick of becoming nasty and dirty, trying to discredit people with calling on, like, are you board certified? By now, even the stones on the floor, they know that board certified means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. They try to discredit Dr. Curry in a way that it's abysmal, and it's just even below them. But yet, Dr. Curry showed professionality. No muffin were hurt today or mentioned, but drinks and food at Johnny Depp's house were. And I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I wish I was invited too. Okay? Anyway, another great testimony, Dr. Curry. Definitely, I think the jury was paying attention. I wasn't there. I will check through other YouTubers if anybody was in there that they could see the reaction on their faces. But I think very hard not to notice Dr. Curry for multiple reasons. And most importantly, for her expertise and professionality, for sure. So, then we pointed out, to Johnny Depp deposition. They went through some pictures. We saw the pictures of the Orient Express. Rottenborn tried his best really to be nasty, mean, unpolite. To rush through the cross-examination was a total disgrace, if you ask me. He tried to call Johnny out on certain instances of text messages that we just showed, and it was absolutely pathetic. But I have to tell you one thing. If this message that I have right here that was sent to Carino, the ex-manager of Johnny Depp, after the San Francisco hotel event, which, if you remember correctly, the San Francisco event was when A.H. had asked for a restraining order against JD, and then she asked Carino to organize a meeting in San Francisco where Johnny Depp was touring with this band to basically infringe the restraining order of JD, put JD in trouble, but JD accepted to meet in this hotel. And we also have an audio of that you probably have heard, and it's absurd. Like this woman frantic trying to get him back, hurting him again, and you can hear it in the voice of JD. So I need a sip of port. It's very little port. I don't drink, but for me it's enough. Oh, I like that sweet taste. Beautiful. All right. I just want to read with you this message because I think honestly that it's fantastic. If you ask me, this message is freaking poetic. And it goes this way. She's begging for total global humiliation. She's gonna get it. I'm gonna need your text about San Francisco, brother. I'm even sorry to ask, but she sucked mollusk, crooked dick, and he gave her some shitty lawyers. I have no mercy, no fear, and not an ounce of emotion, or what I once thought was love for this gold-digging, low-level, dime-a-dozen, mushy, pointless, dangling, overused, flappy fish market. What? What? Johnny Depp. I don't know you, but that's a beautiful description. That's an absolutely beautiful description. This should be put in a poem. This should be put in a paragraph. This should be put in a book. Oh my God. How to describe a narcissist? Don't call Dr. Curry. Just take an extract from this message. It will be enough. Oh my God. That's absolutely fantastic if you ask me. What a message. And then it goes, I'm so fucking happy she wants to go to fight this cut. She will hit the wall hard, and I cannot wait to have this vast of a cum guzzler out of my life. I'm at a fucking sublime little Russian here, which made me realize the time I blew on that 50-cent stripper. I wouldn't touch her with a goddamn glove. I can only hope that karma kicks in and takes her gift of breath from her. Sorry, man, but now I will stop at nothing. Let's see it mollusk. Let's see if the mollusk as a pair comes him face to face. I'll show him things he's never seen before, like the other side of his dick when he slided off. All right. The first part was more interesting, I have to admit. Absolutely fantastic. And also, lucky Russian girl, apparently, it seems like. I don't know if he's referring to probably, where is that? I met a fucking sublime little Russian here. Lovely. You see? You go around the world, you meet very nice people. Very good on you, Johnny. So, I mean, if you ask me, this text, if you put it into context, I mean, it's totally fair. The guy was furious and angry. I think it's been actually quite gentle, if you ask me. But especially the first part, it's spot on. It should be changed as a description of narcissism from now on. So, this is something that we picked up. This is the ex-employee of TMZ that went to testify today. And again, we're going to talk at length of this guy for a moment, but I just want to take your attention because it's very interesting. Basically, the guy is talking of how he received through this anonymous link the video of JD cabinet smashing. And look at how very deliberately he looks towards AH and nods with raising eyebrows when he underlines how he got that link. Look at this. I think this is fantastic. The guy is a genius. Wait a second. I'm going to replay it. Wait. I'm gonna replay it with the volume on. Sorry, guys. This is all live, so a little bit of patience.
As I recall,
Objection, hearsay, reveal hearsay. I'll overrule for now. We'll see where it goes.
Please continue.
So I received that email and it included a link from some unknown Dropbox type public website.
Did you see that? That was fantastic, man.
Website.
The guy is just fantastic. The timing.
Website.
Wait a second here.
Dropbox type website.
Oh man, that's absolutely fantastic. The timing. Let's go through this another time. The timing. He just takes the pose, looks towards her like, just Dropbox, like we just missed a little like wink, and then there was it. But it's totally clear. Look at this.
Dropbox type website.
Oh man, that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, I love the internet, man. That's spectacular. Literally, this guy has just told us that she sent the video, right? So, and another things we have learned is that the video that he received was edited. And we know it's edited because we have seen the full video where she's setting up the iPad or whatever that was. And we also seen the end of the video where she goes into the cabinets retrieving the phone that JD had put there because he was pissed off. He didn't smash the phone or tablet, he just put it in a cabinet. And we see her going to retrieve it and then give a snarky laugh, and puts it off. And of course, she will not have submitted that type of file complete because it would have shown some degree of deliberate, setting up. And again, more lies, more truth, which I think is fantastic for us. So I also want to show the fantastic comeback of this dude. I mean, Ellen thought that she was smart, but you never mess with a dude that paints his own nails in black, all right? You heard me before, but just to remind you, just in case there's somebody new here, you don't mess with a dude that paints his nail black, all right? You don't. Let's listen to this.
You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
it? I can ask that question.
Overruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in a target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now, are you...
There is a guy in the back. I don't know if you noticed there is a guy in the back. I'll try to point that out to you.
The same thing by taking...
There is a guy in the back. I think he's having a sort of orgasm or something. Look at the back here. I think here. Look at this guy right here. Look at the guy on the side of a lane right there. I'm gonna play this again. Even Ben Shaw is like, that's what I would have done. Oh my God! Even the guy like this guy right here on the side, the forensic data analyst, which it was spectacular. We'll talk about it in a second. Look at this. The guy there just had an orgasm. Look at that.
Don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now, are you...
Oh man, I love the guy in the back. We gotta go play this guy again. Look at that. Look at that. The guy in the back is like, what? Also, this guy next to him is like, what? Did he just say that? There's also this guy right here that's like, oh. He was holding on to a fart. He almost let it rip. Oh my God, that was fantastic, man. Guys, please, before we go on, smash that like button so we get more and more of us into the chat here so that we can keep going. This was a fantastic comeback. I mean, the guy just told Elaine, like, hey, you know what? Probably you're having your 15 minutes of fame with this Anyway, not so big actress anyhow. Sorry to say that, but that's the truth. And probably that's gonna get even worse from now on. So, just saying. Guys, we're almost 5,000 in the chat. Thank you so much, Trickster66. Thanks for your work. I have a question. Is the responsibility of Team AH to prove JD abused AH correct? Not the responsibility of the Team JD to prove he didn't abuse her. Is that right? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. But there is also something very interesting. I think tomorrow there is a litigation for the counterclaim. So I don't know exactly, because I heard at the end of the case today that tomorrow there might be rebuttal witnesses for AH camp. So I wonder what is going to happen. Also because they only have 1 hour and 50 minutes left, and the JD I think has abundantly like 8 hours left. So it's just tomorrow, and then Friday I think deliberation for the jury. Wow, tomorrow is going to be an intense day. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. Today the jury also was let out earlier, so that's kind of interesting. So yeah, after that, like, man, the wink was fantastic. We know that Amber Heard sent in the video. She probably got paid for it, and that's another, like, really puts things into perspective, that you see how much premeditation there was when it came also to get the restraining order, with the paparazzi ready outside the court to get pictures of her. They were alerted even of the mark on her face. That's deliberate. That's everything organized. You know what I mean? I mean, if any of this was truly real, the last thing you want to do is to have this type of attention, right? You just, I don't think, like, if you're hurt, you've been abused, you've been humiliated, and so on and so forth, probably the last thing you want to do is to kind of funnel the flames of media and paparazzi and all that kind of mumbo jumbo. And we have the proof now, we have the certainty that basically those paparazzi outlets were alerted. I mean, what else? Where did you go from there? That the guy literally said that they knew where they were, what they were doing, and also what about the bruise. I mean, that's freaking crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Of course, the internet, it's incredibly fast. And that's something we noticed, all of us, is that when JD was on the stand, and he seemed to have quite a hard time actually being there, we saw all kinds of faces made by AH, which was almost, to me, was a bit disturbing, honestly, because I'm like, what the hell is going on with this person? She's smiling, it's like being amused, kind of having the look of superiority. I was absolutely confused and puzzled. And of course, the internet picks up those things very quickly. And you see the difference between the first days of trial, when she was, asked questions, and all the kind of fake emotions and the type of hair, a little bit more greasy, wet, looks like disheveled and everything. And today she's like, the abuser is talking on the stand, and she's having kind of a great time, apparently. That's kind of weird, if you ask me. So, ladies and gentlemen, the TMZ guy is a legend for roasting a land before signing off. Thank you, TMZ guy. Actually, I forgot his name. I would like to name him by his name. Guys, this is also something that happened yesterday, but I thought that it's actually interesting. I don't know the veridicity of this, but again, yesterday we saw the guy from Hicksville that went to testify and talk about the trailer that was not trashed. The only thing that happened was like few light bulbs were broken, whatever, for a total of $60 or something like that. And of course, Alan immediately tried to discredit the guy from Hicksville. And somebody came to the rescue here, Jenna Help, which reposted on this tweet, replied to this tweet. For those of you wondering if Morgan Knight is being truthful about Hicksville, I was the inner keeper who was also there. I'm new to Twitter, so hopefully I'm doing the right thing. But this is my testimony. His testimony was factual. Amber Heard, the one jealous, and so on and so forth. I couldn't find now the link to this, but I mean, that's very good. And of course, we had to pull up this. When Dr. Curry, she puts her glasses on, that's the end. That's the end of the internet. And I was expecting her to show up in the memes. So I'm just gonna scroll a little bit with you, but we're gonna talk about other stuff as well. First, actually, let's refresh, because maybe there's gonna be something new happening here. So let's see if there's something new. Okay, let's talk about for a second. Just a second, guys. Let's talk about the forensic specialist. The forensic specialist actually. Oh, here we go. The umbrella guy. The message that Amber Heard's team read to Johnny Depp and he denied are not his. Here, for example, is a message that is his. Is outgoing. Okay, this we already talked about. The outgoing, incoming. This is also another thing that I noticed today. There was a moment we were talking about the analyst, the guy that does forensic analysis and extraction of evidence from laptops, computer, phones, tablets, wherever. The guy was so overly qualified that was crazy. And of course, the cross-examination of AH tried to discredit the man. Those guys, they're not even close to the type of qualification that guy had. That guy was overly qualified for the job to an impressive degree. I was like, wow, this dude probably should work for the FBI or something, or probably works for the president. So there was a moment that the AH lawyer was just being annoying as hell regarding trying to squeeze a yes or no question out of the forensic analyst, forensic specialist, data specialist, that he couldn't answer. Luckily, on the redirect, he managed to clarify himself. So what we have learned from the forensic guy is that basically the evidence that AH Camp submitted are not even the original files. And as the guy, forensic guy, pointed out, basically there is no way of finding out those pictures, where they came from, how they came from, and so on and so forth. The only thing that he could say is that they did pass through computers and they were resaved on other platforms, on other computers, and most likely, shown and also proved that were not original files. And when you know that those are not original files, you also know that they've been manipulated. And I honestly, I don't need nothing more. Like the cross-examination tried to discredit his point, completely out of their league. I mean, the guy literally knows what he's talking about. And it just proved the fact that those pictures, we don't know. Those pictures could have been taken any other time. And the metadata could have been fixed because you passed them on another computer through another iTunes backup log or whatever it's called, and you save them so that the data matches, like the 21 of May 2016, or the 20 of May 2016, to make it fit your narrative. So that's what we have learned today, thanks to also that specialist, that all the evidence that they provided, basically it's fake, because we cannot trace them to the source of the phone. That means that if they had given in the phone, the original phone where the pictures were taken, and the picture was still there, even erased, probably they could have because there are some programs which they actually revert they're erasing so that you get back, what you lost. I actually done it once myself on an SD card where I lost some data, and it worked flawlessly. Actually worked fantastically. So guys, before we go on, please, I just remind you, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know also where you at, just to share your CD, your town, ask questions. So we'll see a little bit who is still up at this time. So overall, an incredible day of wins, if you ask me. We have really witnessed how AH camp started to panic. And like I was saying, these aren't the same pictures according to Amber and Rocky these aren't the same pictures according to Amber and Rocky Pennington. The lights were just turned off in one picture, so she turned them on to took another pictures. And basically the guy told us that this is the same picture. It's like just being manipulated, basically. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The hair is exactly the same. What a bunch of fraud those people are. What a bunch of frauds, really. It's almost scary. Oh, this I don't know. Wait a second. This we go through this for a second. I just want to see this, because again, this is a super chat of some YouTubers. I just want to read this message. Let's see if I can read this message. Is JD there to waste time for defense? Because Amber's ego will not resist to have her lawyers to do cross for him. And that would make them lose more time before they could cross for the TMZ witness. The papers. Well, this already happened anyway. So, this I don't know what the heck is this. Okay, give me a second. We'll try to find out what the heck is happening here. So, good afternoon, my beloved Tonto men. This blonde Texan bleh will eat you alive. I want, I need, give me what is mine. So this is basically the incoming. I want to change her understanding of what it's like to be trashed about like a pleading mackerel. I want. Oh man, actually this makes total sense. This could be basically, listen to me. These could be basically, because you know that those people, both JD and the British, they had names. JD, I think, was Steve, and AH was Slim. So those people also refer to themselves with other names, and it's not unfathomable. Unfathomable. Oh man, I have to learn. I have to. Unfathomable. 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 After. Can you say the word for me? God damn it. Anyway, that word, it's not impossible to imagine that actually this is a message from AH that is referring to herself in third person. This is what it's at. So she's talking about herself in third person, and she wants to teach her third person how to be trashed properly like a mackerel. No wonder JD referred to her as a low-hanging fish slap whatever mackerel. That makes total sense. Unfathomable. 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 All right. When I read it, it's a little bit easier. Nice. Thank you. Now I need the SIPO port. So, actually, this I could explain a lot. Of course, it's speculation, but it makes total sense because we've learned that the message was incoming and could have been very easily sent by her. And she's talking about herself in the third person, which to me doesn't even sound that strange in their interaction. So, I guess we might have actually discovered something else. You can clip this part of the audio out if you want, because I think this is what is happening right here. This is a message from her, And again, probably she refers herself in the third person. In the third person, less is more. You are fantastic. I just want to tell you that. Less is more. You are just fantastic. She refers herself in the third person. Oh my God. It's just made for her. I'm telling you, all of this is just made for her. Fantastic. All right, we got this. This is another very nice bit of information that we managed to squeeze out of this. Let's see if we manage to retrieve something else. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Oh, that's exactly what I felt. I was like, that poor lawyer that probably, I don't know, is an intern or something. I have no idea what the hell is happening with him. And I'm like, dude, you're just out of your league. You're literally talking to an expert for the past 40 years, both analog and digital expert of data like that. And you're telling him about JPEGs and saving stuff. Oh my God. That guy's never gonna get laid, at least for another year and a half. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So I think this is the reaction when the mic dropped with the 15 minutes of fame. This is again the TMZ guy. And it's worth watching it. Even Elaine, she's like, all right, I got played. Fair enough. Those two guys, they just ejaculated for sure. What is this? This guy here is just, I don't know what happened to this guy. Oh man, that's fantastic. Even Camille is like. So basically, I think more or less we've covered everything that has happened today. It was so incredibly strange, the mannerism of AH all the time. So again, you see, there is now a lot of the incoming, outgoing messages, and it's actually very good that this is going around, because at least it gives a better perspective on especially this message right here, the one that it's incoming, that basically was attributed to JD, but it's not. So another instance where we see that the AH team is playing really, really dirty, and Rottenborn was extremely dirty today. I mean, it was so dirty that I almost wanted to go get a shower myself, and I'm in another freaking continent. Oh, yes, look at this. I noticed this too. I don't know what the heck happened right here. All of a sudden she turned and she was sort of smiling, whatever. I mean, look how she snaps out of that fake laugh in a second. Look at this. What on earth is happening right here? Look at that. Boom. What on the freaking planet? What on earth? Who behaves like this? What is this? I mean, I'm like confused. I think she's losing it, even in public. You know what I mean? Like, who behaves this way? This is so bizarre. Paige, thank you for the super chat. Frank, look at the Umbrella Guy Twitter feed. About 2 hours ago, he posted the magazine quote Rottenborn partially quoted from 27 years ago, and why JD did not remember. All right. Do you have the? Are you referring? You're not referring to the messages, right? But to the quote. All right. That probably was an interview from 27 years ago. We might bump into this. Let me see here, because I saw Umbrella Guy, but this is a repost. It's not from the Umbrella Guy. Oh, we don't have that. But probably if we scroll a little bit, we might get there. Guys, before we go, please hit the like button. The more, the merrier. I would really appreciate that. When you question your life choices, I'm sorry, Elaine. I mean, you chose this client. And, yeah, sorry. Sad Elaine. Oh, man. I mean, I love the internet. You gotta have some Dragon Ball, even though I don't know much about Dragon Ball, but you need to have some Dragon Ball memes going on. This was literally the AH camp today was literally nuked by a Super Saiyan. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. She literally got Super Saiyaned into the ground, like really, really, really deep. And honestly, I think the gentleman here, the forensic specialist, I actually think he did the most damage, ironically, because he literally proved that the pictures that the defendant provided were fake. Because if they're not original, they have been fiddled with. They've been manipulated. So, what else do you need to know? Really, what else do you need to know? It's just fantastic, actually. I just want to go, all right, we're going to keep scrolling because we'll try to see if we find this quote that Rottenborn was reading to JD. And the first part I curated a little bit, the first part of the video. The second part here, we're a little bit improvising. So I beg you to be a little bit patient, but we're going to scroll to it and see what's up. So let's read some messages. Wow, guys, we are almost 5,000 in the chat. That's incredible. That's fantastic.
You know this case is being televised.
So here we go. This is also important. Depp has 7 hours and 8 minutes. Heard has 1 hour and 16 minutes. That's very good. That's very good news. So at least tomorrow, last day, we're not gonna get a lot of their nonsense. Here we go. This might be referring to the 27-year-old ago. Let's see. Can even prove JD was quoted word for word, and if you read the entirety of the article from a tabloid that doesn't exist anymore and needed Wayback Machine just to find it, shows he was referring to damaging items again, not women, and said hanger needs to be to let go. So tired of Rottenborn always attacking and twisting information in such a malicious way to try to prove an innocent man as guilty man. Yeah, again, to me, honestly, I didn't even make the connection that was 27 years ago, but I heard that he was quoting a magazine, and I'm like, dude, are you seriously quoting an article from somewhere? Like, as if it's supposed to be the truth? Like, are you freaking crazy? Like, what do you think? We're stupid here? Like, you treat us like this? Don't come. Don't come to Naples. Don't come to Amsterdam. I'm just telling you, go somewhere else in holiday. All right? Just go somewhere else. We don't want you there. My God. What a dirtbag. Like really low fruits, like low-hanging fruits, so to speak. Like, so I mean, such a low, below them type of tricks, you know, to try to pull on somebody. But like literally going after whatever you said, who knows when or what, misrepresented or misquoted. Absolutely insane, actually. That was quite infuriating, actually. I love this. Kim Basinger would have been a great Dr. Curry. I agree. But of course, Kim Basinger 25 years ago, even though probably she's still a beautiful, gorgeous woman nowadays, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just want to mention that the forensic guy was called Mr. Neumeister. Neumeister. It's like, I think probably means in German, new master. Probably is Dutch also. It might be also Dutch. Mr. New Master. What a name, man. What a boss name. The guy just came already packed, already equipped with the final boss name, basically. Mr. New Meister. What? just absolutely fantastic. And like I said, Mr. Neumeister provided, I think, the final blow to AH evidence when it comes also to the jury, right? That they were listening, and I really hope that the jury was taking note. Thank you so much, love Maine Coons. Maine Coons the cats, beautiful the cats, Maine Coons. Gigantic, beautiful, hairy cats. So, Neumeister gets a thumbs up from ourselves because it was just absolutely fantastic. Composed. Oh, there was something I wanted to say. Apart from the... Oh, this part we already read. That's just absolutely wild, like she said. Wow, today was more than 1 million people watching the Law and Crime. Wow, that channel is going through the roof, man. Exactly. This is the face you make when you know you have dug your own grave. I could not agree more with this, honestly. I could not agree more. Honestly, this is also like, how the heck you don't realize that even the hair are exactly in the same position? Like, literally, you didn't move. It's the same pictures. Cannot be two different pictures. I mean, this is actually quite baffling that people, that they don't point that out, honestly. So this is also something I wanted to say. Wayne Dennison is also a very good lawyer. I think he's the older one of the bunch, but he's actually quite experienced and he has a lot of moment of brilliancy. I mean, and he knows how to take it, to take the heat when it's necessary. Ellen is scared. Look at that face. Now, there is no way, man, there is no way, like Dr. Curry pointed out, that she definitely doesn't have PTSD. There is no way that this woman has PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's just not true. Absolutely not true. She looked like when Johnny Depp was on the stand, she looked like she could have thrown something at him. Oh, here we go. This is also what we have to talk, which was, I think, the final witness, which was, look at the face. Why somebody was smug like that, eh? Like, what's the smug face, eh? Is it me or I find this absolutely disturbing? What the heck is happening right there, eh? What the hell is happening in the mind of that person? I have no idea. But motion to dismiss. Motion to dismiss, and the judge is like, you know who is in charge here? Do you know who is in charge here? You know, I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping that Aquanet would have made an appearance in the memes. Maybe it's a little bit too early for Aquanet to appear because Johnny Depp had a slip while referring to Aquaman, and he just said Aquanet. So I'm a little bit disappointed that there is no Aquanet yet. again, like our new Meister was just he just gave us proof that the pictures have been basically photoshopped. That's it. There's really no other thing. I was trying to find the name. There was the name of. Do you remember the last? I think was the last witness, and she testified through video link. And I think was the lady that worked at Austin.
Mr. Depp, what has
Oh, please don't shut up. Thank you. I think it was the lady that worked at the airport. So there was this lady, and she worked in the airport. Basically, she testified that she saw AH with a traveling companion being violent towards her, to the point where this woman had to go there and literally throw herself in between to separate the argument and make sure that the two people were right. And she noticed also the person that AH was aggressive towards, that she had marks on the neck because she had pulled something like a chain out of her from the neck, probably hurting her, creating like a burning mark on the skin. And again, there are so many people coming forward telling the story, and I don't think it's a coincidence. It's really not a coincidence that people are outraged, and they're really coming, all of them, more and more, to tell whatever encounter they've had with this person, and we keep hearing the same thing. We keep hearing that it's an aggressive person, that it's a narcissistic behavior, that it's mean, that it's demeaning towards others, that they are considered inferior or not useful. So this whole case is already dismissed, but unfortunately, of course, we have to go towards the end, and it's not us deciding, but we already decided in our hearts, because we see the truth through all those facts that they keep coming up and up and up. So even the last lady that deposed today, which was quick but still was absolutely powerful, if you ask me, very, very valuable. So I wonder if we're gonna have more of that. Guys, I will ask you again to hit the like if you want. That would be very helpful. And just to reiterate that the I want and I need, those are Amber words. It's in her topless photo to him. So we saw that, just to remind ourselves that that incoming text most likely was written by AH in the form of talking of herself in the third person. So here we go. This is probably what we were looking for. Here we go. Amber Heard team went through every single article ever written about Johnny Depp and pulled their quote Depp couldn't recall from this tabloid. Assuming it's his word, a hell of an assumption, they dug up a random article from 1995, from 27 years ago. Oh my lord, let's see, what the heck is this? Johnny Dangerously by Holly. Oh my god. This whole article is probably a sort of set up. Is he underlined somewhere? I haven't even looked at this article, right? But I'm just gonna tell you already what this is. An actor like Johnny Depp, that was in the height of his I would say, hotness as a young man. And you write an article for a magazine that at the time probably whatever, you know, some kind of reach, and you try to write an article about a character that it's always been portrayed a little bit like beautiful and damned, so to speak, you know, like the darker kind of, you know, the intriguing, dangerous beauty, right? So it all fits perfectly well, like trying to kind of describe something that can, you know, like evoke, you know, danger, you know, that somehow is like a dangerous person, to create that allure of mystique and mystery around this handsome young man that already has been depicted that way many times, being quirky and a little bit introverted, a little bit grungy, a little bit dark. So what I'm trying to say, all this article, total BS, just whatever thing that we're doing at the time to publicize people and artists, you know, of this type. So, oh my God, Rottenborn, please go down the municipality of your country, of your city. I've said this before, I tell you again. Go down the municipality. Go ask if there is any vacancy. Most likely there is, because there is always shortages of people working in the disposal of garbage department. And I'm telling you, it's a more dignifying job than the one you're doing right now. So, tomorrow morning, before you go to court, wake up earlier, by 8 o'clock, go down to your municipality and ask. Bring in your curriculum. Actually, don't bring in your curriculum, okay? Tell them I sent you. All right, guys, hit the like button, please. Let's keep growing. So, I was trying to see if... Okay, I just want to see how this article starts. By Olli Millea. February 1995. Wow. Johnny Depp believes in ghosts. Here we go. You see? What a way to start the article. He has come to his haunted place looking for one in particular, a little girl wearing a silky party dress with a powder blue sash. She's often heard playing in the room across the half from where Depp is sleeping in the Mackey Mansion, a 3-story Victorian built high in the mountains of Nevada. The small spirit likes the room. A cranberry glass chandelier casts a spiral of ruby light upon shelf after shelf, each filled with antique French and German porcelain dolls. Side by side they sit 40 pairs of eyes staring towards the door, waiting for her. Is this like a description of a movie? Or not? Depp waits as well. I want to run into some spirits here, he says eagerly. When he isn't gazing across the hall, he's shouting Jim Jarmusch film Dead Man, a western set in the late 1800s in which he finds his mug on a wanted poster. When I was a kid, I used to have these dreams, says Depp. But they weren't dreams. I was awake, but I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. And a face would come to me. Someone told me I was the spirit of someone who died that was very close and never got to say something that they wanted to say, and I believe it. Deep faces possess a beauty usually reserved for apostles and saints and silent movie stars. Draped over perfect bone structures, his impossible pale skin is without a line or crease. This despite 31 years, too many cigarettes, other interesting substances, and frequent... I mean, you got the point of this article, right? You got the point of this whole article. I can't believe Rottenborn just went to fish for this. What a waste of time. Oh my God, Frank, you're so much fun to listen to. And you're so up to date with what's going on with this trial from Canada with love. Thank you so much, Paulette. I really appreciate that. So we're gonna go on a little bit longer. I think we covered basically everything about what we could find here after the trial for today. Again, this article, we have seen even this article, what's up here. So really nothing. They really have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. Oh, again, this is a very good point of New Meister, the metadata expert. Man, it's so clear that those pictures are just fake. All those pictures are fake. All those pictures are other things that have been sending around, maybe through emails, through being saved, who knows what. Absolutely fake. And manipulated. And most likely, these pictures we already know without even needing the metadata expert. We know that phone is from freaking 2010, 2012 or something, you know? It's an old phone, 2011 or something. Or maybe 2010. I think that phone is pretty old, actually. Wow. Yeah, I guess, guys, we really covered it all. I actually...
Okay, you know this.
God. Oh my God, I hate this. Every time
As I recall,
every time you pass on a video, it just blows up. Let's see if there is something that already has been voted like crazy. Those are some of the things of yesterday. Oh man, this we have to see. That's where she got him. The item when online shopping, the real doctor, the item Wish sends you. Oh man, that's fantastic. Let's finish on a good note. Oh yes, and that's the way we like it. Pentagon, hexagon, octagon, career gone. So, guys, I don't have to necessarily go. I'm just gonna go through some messages. If you want to ask something, we're gonna chat a little bit for a second. We can chat with one another before I stop this live. I thought it was a nice way to do, another live like this instead of doing the video and post it, so we interact together a little bit. Yeah, what a day. What an interesting day. Aussie girl, do you know about Amber killing her best friends with drunk driving as a teen? I've seen something. I actually was watching yesterday about this, that she was, I think, 17 apparently, and she also had their driving license revoked. So yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the video because there was also a video that was discussing this, I think, of some YouTuber as well. I haven't looked into it. I was just reading something, and to my understanding is that probably they might have had an accident in the car while she was driving with the driving license revoked, and the passenger was unfortunate. If we're talking of this, that's actually quite unfortunate. I wouldn't go to the extent of saying that she did it in purpose, but if it's true that they went through an accident, then yeah, I mean accidents unfortunately do happen, and I wonder that I hope they didn't happen because they were under the influence of something. Thank you so much, Smig. Thank you so much. My pleasure to stay here and doing this with you guys. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, to me, seems pretty clear by now that we are confronted with somebody that as real issues, has caused quite some stuff in her path. So the thing that also really pissed me off yesterday was when they were talking about this Waldman statement, and the lawyers, they kept referring to it as the Waldman's Depp statement. You know, they really tried to drag the Depp name into the statement that his attorney made, which, you know, whether or not was JD was involved in that, but still that kind of sleazy technique of trying to kind of influence the jury with throwing their name out like that, you know, like the Waldman Depp statement, you know, like trying to repeat it so that becomes, you know, kind of ingrained in the mind of the jury in that manner. That pissed me off because they do this all the time, like really when they have nothing they play dirty. So Angela Pastorius, she's saying that about the driving of AH, she was driving under DUI, sealed the record. Wow. Thank you, Nana, for the super chat. Frank, I really appreciate your coverage and especially like your candor. H lost all credibility before she started when she sent JD's attorney the extortion letter. Yes, I agree. That was stupid. And again, I've said this also before. Like another very clear sign that she's lying is that, you know, that under California law she was entitled to more money. I think she was entitled to something like to the degree of $30 million, half of what JD made in those years. So I think somebody that is really going through that much pain and hurt, the only way you can have to really hurt somebody that is rich and powerful and has hurt you, it's of course going through his money. So probably the lawyer that would have fought to get the 32 million to hurt the person that really has hurt you, right? But they seem that they agreed very quickly to the 14 or 7 million tax-free, because like I said yesterday, 7 million is better than no million. So I think it was planned, honestly. I honestly think those things were planned. And of course, it's just my opinion. I'm not an expert on anything, but I can share my opinion. I can share my thoughts. Those are the type of agreements people take when they know that, you know, they're doing it for the money. And they better get the bag today that, you know, trying to get more tomorrow. Especially on the basis of nothing. So what a disgrace, man. What a disgrace. This woman is truly a disgrace. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that. There are people that are this ruthless. When today we heard Johnny Depp speaking when he was directed by his counsel, by his lawyers, and he did the final test statement, you know, of how it was to listen to AH speak about himself. Was really heartbreaking, because you could see that, you know, you just there accused of these absurdities and you have to take them in. So incredibly damaging and painful. I mean, to this day, after 1 month of trial or so, Johnny Depp seemed the only person that actually behaved according to somebody that actually has received any type of abuse, you know? So that was really heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, if you're, I think if you're like that type of narcissist, probably you don't really don't care about other people. You just don't care. Like, I think she felt more hurt talking about being exposed in her career. I think she felt more hurt. Amber Heard legal team right now, and this is a box of straws, like really reaching for straws. Oh man, the picture of this woman. Oh my god, I literally want to forget her face. This guy was a legend. This guy literally was a legend. I cannot show these pictures too much, but yeah, that's the face of a real victim. Unfortunately, I hope she's all right, that lady. This is also super funny. Look at this. This is so funny. Amber careers. Amber, why would Johnny do this? That's so accurate. That's so incredibly accurate. And this is also so accurate. Look at this. Literally day one, look at that. With all the fake crying and BS. Post-traumatic stress disorder moment. Then day 23 gets cured when JD talks about her abuse. Wow. Actually leaves me speechless when I look at this. Is it Ben, the guy? I know, that's Ben Chu. Ben walked over to Amber's camp and dumped a pile of candy. Talk about a power move. This is psychological game at its finest, folks. Oh, I haven't seen these. I want to see these. Is it true? It's like the beginning of today. Let me see. That was the beginning of today? Oh man, I gotta see this. It's like Bancho went to them and just gave them some candies. Thank you, Kate Moss. I think the judge, first of all, like Kate Moss was just a treat, honestly. She was so kind, polite, very straightforward, minimal. I mean, even at 48 years of age and all the abuse that she's gone through in life, she still looked more charming and gorgeous than that age. I mean, literally running circles around her. Like this woman didn't even speak. I mean, this woman didn't even speak almost. And at 48, she charmed everybody. Even the judge was charmed. Look at that. The judge is like, I'm 48, dude. God damn it. Oh, unbelievable. She charmed everybody. Oh, man. Amber Third wants us to believe. Exactly. Amber Third wants us to believe that this is the face of a victim while her abuser is on the stand in front of her, well, actually close to her. That's exactly the point we've made tonight. Yeah, it's fascinating because you see, like, they're emerging all those pictures of this woman basically having bruises in other instances, in other circumstances, right? You would think if she had those kind of bruises that they were actually given by, for instance, JD, she would have made any kind of pictures, right? Look at that. I wonder when those pictures were taken, actually. That's actually quite interesting. This was when she was seeing Elon Musk? Oh, wow. Seriously? Wow. Man, this is nuts. It seems this woman is just a recidivist, like we said before. She's just a recidivist. That's what she does. She likes to throw hands. Some people like to throw hands like that, apparently. Look at that. Bam. Like another cut. Bam, bam. Probably it's the same period. Probably she grabbed something hot or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of strange. This is the only time I've seen this dude like with a bruise on his face. She literally probably punched the guy. Or just give him a kick. I don't know. It's also true that this guy seems like he has some kind of skin condition. Like, you know, he gets excited or whatever, he gets flushed. Because I see also on the other side of his face, but also actually on the nose. That's actually kind of weird, man. Either they had like some action. He seemed like flustered. Oh man, this dude. Here we go. We got a bruise right there. Those probably are the same period, but it's interesting actually to notice those things. Wow. Again, okay, but you know, it's not that difficult to get some bruising. But here, this bruising seems like a little bit bigger, like this in two parts, here and here. So she has bruising right here on the hand also. Look at this. She has a big... I mean, what the heck is wrong with this woman? She seems like she likes to get hurt. I mean, it's a funny... You know what? It's funny that if she had given those pictures in, probably would have resulted in more evidence than the one that she provided. Look at this. This is probably Aquaman thing. Wow. Those are a lot of bruises, man. You see, the internet is quick, man. We find all kinds of stuff all the time. I'm really disappointed we didn't get any Aquanet. We didn't get any Aquanet. Let's see, new. We didn't get any Aquanet meme. How is that possible? Huh? I want some Aquanet. Huh. Ah, so that last part of the message was about Elon Musk. Okay. That makes sense. The guy was pissed because probably she was cheating on that guy. She was cheating with that guy already before they divorced. Oh man, what a messy thing, man. What a messy thing. Absolutely messy bullshit in public. Poor Johnny, man. I mean, the guy looks like really has aged like 20 years. Apathy strong in this one. We gotta watch this again, guys. We gotta watch this again. Bum. What on earth is wrong with this woman? What on earth is wrong with this woman? Oh my god. uh, Johnny Depp versus Earth. When your ex is standing up for you 30 years later. Oh, she was on the big screen like that? Wow. That is actually, that's honestly, first of all, thank you so much, Deke. Did you notice that the text that JD didn't recognize were incoming text? Yes, Deke, we talked about this in the beginning of this video. We actually talked about it quite extensively. We noticed that, and we also said that most likely those videos were written by AH, because we have seen a picture in Topless where she's holding this cardboard with similar words written on it. So it's not impossible to think that she actually was talking about herself in the third person in those incoming texts. So yeah, we did talk about those. Again, the moment with Johnny Depp and Kate Moss, I think was really wholesome today. Was really, really wholesome moment, if you ask me. Absolutely wholesome moment. Guys, I think so far today we have covered everything that just came out in this. So I think we deserve, a little bit of let's say a pause. This is JD, I think. This was when he had the yacht. Yeah, I find this so freaking strange. I'm gonna leave it at this. Like, this is so strange. I think my camera also went off. Wait a second, guys. I'll come back on. This is so strange, this part. I don't get it. This part is so strange. Like, I was looking at this and I thought, who behaves like this? How do you go through all these emotions, like with a straight face, basically? Like, what the heck is happening in the mind of this woman? You know what I mean? Like, she looks like even like in this moment you can feel that somehow she's demeaning him, like, you little piece of shit, or something along those lines, like truly somebody that has never been scared of that guy. Never from the moment that she was with him to the moment that she left him. This woman has never been scared of that dude. Never. I can tell you that. All fake. Man, I'm so interested in tomorrow though. Like, today was a slam dunk, but tomorrow we have to see what's up. This was the moment where the lawyer, like I said before, the lawyer was very getting annoying with the data expert, with the metadata expert. I think JD got really annoyed, so I really turned towards him. And then we saw Camille. Like, Camille, she's just fantastic. Because I was also afraid a little bit, oh my god, JD's gonna lose his temper or something. I mean, honest to God, I was here and I was ready to slap that guy. I'm not even involved. I was listening to that dude talk. I just want to stand up and slap him in the face. I'm like, dude, shut up, go to seat. So I was afraid that JD was gonna lose it. I'm like, please don't lose it. Stay calm. So it was really nice to see Camille that actually, just tap him on the forearm. It was like, hey, it's all right. Let it be. Don't worry. We're gonna redirect him. It's all good. Another moment of wholesomeness, thanks to Camille. So I don't know if you noticed that, if you picked that up. All right, guys. I think for today we can, we. Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Brandley. Amber Heard rumored to partake in underground Hollywood Silicon Valley parties. Anything? Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that. Is it some kind of like shady, like Eyes Wide Shut type of stuff going on? No, I totally believe, like I totally believe that there are those type of parties, of course. But that in that way, that's nothing new. I mean, those type of parties of, like I actually have friends. I have friends in LA. I literally have friends in LA, which they've been at some parties of Elon Musk already years ago. I have friends in LA, which we're still friends now, and I have a good friend of mine actually that she lives in LA, and she told me that she has attended a few parties. So especially when you are in a more this artistic scene, I think somebody knows somebody else that knows somebody else, and you go to those parties, and it's very interesting because a lot of those parties you also have to sign NDAs to go to those parties. So it's kind of interesting, but it's honestly it's nothing new. This probably happens all the time in Hollywood, happens all the time in those type of circles. It's totally normal stuff. They have to protect themselves with non-disclosure agreements, and just goes on whatever it goes on. I mean, I don't think it's that particularly crazy. You know what I mean? Honestly, this has been a brutal month for the both of them, but despite everything, I think she's gonna feel the brunt of all those lies in her career and her future, because even if she wins, I think there is always the problem of the public opinion, and the public, they've made up their mind because the lies are really obvious. They're really actually outrageous. So my prediction is that despite everything, I mean, even afterwards, I think it will be kind of difficult to get more work, because at the end of the day, a lot of big companies and studios, they always try to stay out of compromising stuff. They always try to stay out of difficult people, or people that rub the media in the wrong way. So yeah, that's an S. What's the S for? I don't understand this. The S. All right, guys. I'm running out of steam here because there's not much left anymore. So let's stop the live. And I just want to thank. We're still 2,000 plus in the chat. Please hit the like for this video, so we let this video grow so that people will find it also later on when we stop the live, because the beginning part is actually quite interesting. We tried to go quite quickly throughout the recap of the day so that people can enjoy the recap. So if you haven't hit the like, please hit the like. I would really appreciate that. And I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow it's another day. Tomorrow it seems it's the last day, so we gotta be like rested and fresh. And it's not the last day, but it's the last day, and then Friday. I don't know if they show anything on YouTube. I hope so. But Friday there's gonna be the deliberation of the jury, so we still have a couple of days to go, and there might be even more, because there might be also that goes on towards next Tuesday because of the holidays. So guys, I want to thank you so much for the messages. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chats. I absolutely grateful about that. Just have a good afternoon, good night. Drink your water, not too much water before you go to sleep. But I'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, live as usual. We are covering this, so don't miss it, alright? Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao.